Hackers are exploiting vulnerabilities in Milesight routers to launch a smishing campaign targeting users across Europe. This is significant because it highlights how seemingly innocuous devices can be manipulated to spread malicious content. Since at least February 2022, unknown threat actors have been using these industrial cellular routers to send phishing SMS messages. Reports indicate that the primary targets of these messages include users in Sweden, Italy, and Belgium, with attackers using deceptive URLs that mimic official government and banking services. Next, we'll delve into how these attacks are carried out and the implications for users and organizations alike. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. The timeline of exploitation surrounding the Milesight routers reveals a systematic approach by threat actors to leverage these devices for malicious purposes. Beginning in February 2022, attackers initiated their smishing campaign, targeting European users with phishing SMS messages. The attackers utilized the router's API, which allowed them to send SMS messages without the need for authentication, highlighting a significant security oversight. Reports from Sequoia indicate that the attackers specifically targeted vulnerable routers in Sweden, Italy, and Belgium, employing type-esquatted URLs to impersonate legitimate government and financial platforms. This method not only deceived users but also increased the likelihood of successful phishing attempts by creating a sense of urgency and legitimacy. The exploitation of a specific information disclosure flaw, CV 2023-43261, has been pivotal in this campaign. This vulnerability, disclosed 2 years prior, set the stage for the attackers to weaponize the routers shortly after it became public knowledge. Investigations have shown that the attackers likely engaged in an initial validation phase, verifying the capability of routers to send SMS messages by targeting phone numbers under their control. Furthermore, the campaigns have evolved to include sophisticated tactics, such as JavaScript embedded in phishing URLs that detects whether a user is accessing the site from a mobile device. This adaptability demonstrates a calculated effort to enhance the effectiveness of their attacks. Some of the malicious pages have also been linked to a Telegram bot, GruzaBot, suggesting a broader network of operations and potential collaboration among cybercriminals. The decentralized nature of these attacks complicates detection and response efforts, as the exploitation of industrial routers allows for widespread SMS distribution across multiple countries. This highlights not only the vulnerability of seemingly benign devices but also the need for robust security measures to protect against such targeted exploitation. The ongoing threat posed by these campaigns underscores the importance of vigilance and proactive cybersecurity strategies to safeguard users from evolving phishing tactics. The smishing campaign utilizing compromised Milesight routers has far-reaching implications for various stakeholders, including individual users, businesses, and the broader cybersecurity landscape. First and foremost, individual users in affected countries face significant risks. The phishing messages often impersonate trusted entities such as government services and financial institutions, leading to potential data theft and financial loss. Users may unwittingly provide sensitive information, believing they are responding to legitimate requests. This erosion of trust in digital communications can have lasting effects on consumer behavior and engagement with online services. Businesses, particularly those in the banking, postal, and telecom sectors, are also impacted. The use of type-esquatted URLs to mimic their platforms can result in reputational damage and a loss of customer confidence. Additionally, these companies may need to invest in enhanced security measures and public awareness campaigns to mitigate the fallout from these attacks. The financial burden of responding to breaches and potential legal ramifications could be substantial. From a cybersecurity perspective, the exploitation of Milesight routers underscores the vulnerability of Internet of Things (IoT) devices. The ease with which attackers can leverage these systems highlights a critical gap in security practices, particularly concerning device configuration and API exposure. The incident serves as a wake-up call for manufacturers and users alike to prioritize security protocols and regular firmware updates to prevent similar exploitations in the future. Moreover, the decentralized nature of the attacks complicates detection and response efforts for cybersecurity professionals. The ability of threat actors to distribute malicious messages across multiple countries using a single vulnerability poses a challenge for law enforcement and cybersecurity agencies. Coordinated international efforts may be required to combat this evolving threat landscape effectively. In conclusion, the consequences of this smishing campaign extend beyond immediate financial losses, affecting user trust, business integrity, and the overall security posture of interconnected devices. As the digital landscape continues to evolve, so too must the strategies employed to safeguard it. As the exploitation of Milesight routers continues to pose a significant threat, it is crucial to implement effective mitigation and monitoring strategies. First and foremost, organizations using these devices should conduct a comprehensive audit of their router configurations, ensuring that any exposed APIs are secured and that unnecessary features are disabled. This proactive measure can significantly reduce the risk of unauthorized access. Additionally, it is essential to implement robust authentication mechanisms for SMS-related functionalities to prevent exploitation. Organizations should also prioritize firmware updates, especially since some routers have been identified as running vulnerable versions that can be easily targeted. Regularly checking for and applying security patches is vital to maintaining device integrity. On a broader scale, cybersecurity awareness campaigns targeting users in affected regions can help mitigate the impact of smishing attacks. Educating users about the risks associated with phishing messages and providing guidance on identifying suspicious communications can empower individuals to protect their personal information. Furthermore, collaboration between cybersecurity firms, telecommunications providers, and law enforcement agencies is critical. Sharing intelligence on emerging threats and vulnerabilities can enhance the collective response to these cybercriminal activities. Establishing a reporting framework for users who encounter phishing attempts can also facilitate quicker identification and takedown of malicious domains. Finally, continuous monitoring of network traffic for unusual patterns or unauthorized access attempts can serve as an early warning system. By employing advanced analytics and machine learning techniques, organizations can better detect anomalies that may indicate ongoing exploitation efforts, allowing for timely intervention before further damage occurs. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals.